Everybody, this is Doug. Welcome back to Words of Faith. We are wrapping up week 42. It's bonus day 6, a verse to consider, and this is the day that we dive more deeply into the faith implications of what we've been studying this past week. For the last few days, we've been talking about appropriate risk taking. And so let me ask you a question. What comes to mind when you apply the word risk to faith? Hmm. Well, there are several ways to look at this, and I'm going to throw out several possible answers. So, for example, some people think about the initial decision to come into a relationship with Jesus as Savior and Lord. It can appear to be a decision between your life and a proposed life with God when really the two are intricately intertwined. The risk might also be the perception that a person gives up control to become a Christian and questions whether that will be worth it. Well, let me tell you, the answer is a resounding yes. Life is so much better when God is in control and we carry out his instructions. Still, another example is that it feels risky to talk about faith because they don't know what to say or they're afraid they're going to be asked hard questions that they don't know the answers to. Well, for what it's worth, let me throw out a simple three-step uh, way to talk about your faith that really minimizes any risk. Step one is to tell somebody what your life was before Jesus. Step two is how you met Jesus. And step three is what your life is like now or has been like since you met Jesus. Okay? Before, meet, after. There you go. People can't argue about your experience. So that's what makes it such a low risk. Finally, many who choose faith in Jesus face the actual risk of retribution and violence and death from neighbors and forced separation from their family, especially when theirs is another religion. Perhaps these are the bravest people of all. My favorite Bible passage about taking a risk for God is when Peter, during a scary storm at sea, literally stepped out in faith after Jesus told him to come to him. Let me read it to you. So Peter went over the side of the boat and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves, Peter, was terrified and began to sink. Save me, Lord, he cried. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. You have so little faith, Jesus said. Why did you doubt me? That's Matthew 14:29 to 31. So we all struggle with risking steps of faith. And we all, despite the best of our intentions, at times temporarily take our eyes off of Jesus, like Peter did. Well, today, may you decide that the risks of faith are worth the results. As always, here's a question to ponder as you go about the rest of your day. What faith risk am I evaluating, and what will I do? What faith risk am I evaluating, and what will I do? All right, this is Doug. I'm praying for you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.